Hi, I'm Larry Nimmer, and I'd like to introduce one of the Carpinteria Educators of the Year, Kate Guede. How you doing?
Hi, fine, thank you. Thank you
Uh,
for
now,
having
t-
me.
what was that?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. So tell me, where do you teach and what do you teach?
I teach at Carpinteria High School and I teach Spanish. This year I have third year Spanish and AP Spanish, but I've had the opportunity to teach all the levels in my years at the high school. And I also teach Avid, which is Advancement via Individual Determination. And it's a course for students who would like to attend college that traditionally might not have. So first generation students mostly.
Well, very nice. Tell me, Kate, what is your background?
I have been a teacher my whole professional adult career. I grew up in Santa Barbara, California. I actually attended Westmont for my undergraduate work and Northridge for my teaching credential, and I have my master's degree from Azusa Pacific.
Well, very good. In general, what makes for a good teacher, would you say?
I am really lucky to have a lot of colleagues that are, I would say, excellent, very strong teachers. And they all have different teaching styles that I appreciate and the students appreciate. And so one of the things that I do see in common is that they truly care about their students and their well-being and their learning. And I think that's what ends up making a good teacher in the end.
Very nice. Well, let's see. Can you tell me what some of your strong points are? I take it you care for your students.
That's a interesting question. Yes, I do. I think that's my favorite part about teaching. I love learning from my students. I like learning about them. I like to hear their points of views and their opinions. And so that's my favorite part of my job is working with the kids.
Tell me some of the types of projects or the work you do with your students.
Um, Projects are one of my favorite things just because it allows them to kind of showcase their creativity. And so, a project will be around something. Right now they're doing a project on music, but they get to show what their creative side looks like and kind of explore some more information and then share it with us as a class. And again, my favorite thing is learning from them. And so I always learn something new when they're presenting their projects. So I really appreciate that part of teaching.
And do you do that with the Avid classes too?
Yes, our Avid classes, that is definitely something that I really love. They do some really cool projects in there where I get to learn about them as they learn about themselves. And so we get to kind of share that journey. And that is a really a cool class for getting to know students really well.
What would you say is the importance of attending college? It may be obvious to some, but I'm curious what you have to say.
I definitely think what I tell my students and what I know from my own personal life is just opportunity. I think attending college gives us more opportunities in life. And just what we've seen with the pandemics and the ups and downs and the economic crisis and the recession and all of those things is the more opportunities we can give ourselves, a lot of times around education, the better we're able to ride out all of those different changes that will happen.
Very nice. Well, being a teacher, what lessons have you learned about being a good teacher or about yourself?
I think, like I've said, kind of the same theme. I really do enjoy working with our younger generations. I know this sounds cliche, but they really truly are the future that we're moving towards. And so getting to see them at this stage where they're figuring out who they are and what they're going to think about issues really gives me an opportunity and a window kind of into the future and where we're headed. And so I love that part of my job. I love learning about them and from them and just that opportunity, I think that a lot of society doesn't get. I feel like I get to have that privilege every day of seeing what they're discovering.
Nice. What are your interests outside of the classroom?
I really enjoy reading and going for hikes, walking, and spending time outside. We live in such a beautiful area and spending time with my family.
Where do you live?
I actually live in Oakview, so in the Ojai Valley. So I commute in. I have a beautiful commute down the 150. Get to look at the lake every morning.
Nice. That must be beautiful.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see. Do you have any suggestions for how the schools change into the future, or your school or the school district?
I think we all lived a lot of change in the last couple of years. And I think, not all of it was, well, most of it was not something that we had all chosen. But I do think we're going to see some positive changes coming out of that. And our students have really shown their grit and their resilience over the last couple of years. So I hope that we will all learn from them of the things that worked and the things that didn't work as we see this remote work change, in the professional sectors of how we can support our students for the world that they're going to walk into.
Well, very good. And is there anything else you'd like to say in general?
I'm flattered to have this honor, and I'm thankful for my colleagues and for my students and for this community, and I'm so grateful to be a part of it.
Well, very good. Tell me, how do you pronounce your last name again, or your full name?
It's Guede, Kate Guede.
Is that Spanish?
So Guede, yeah, it's actually German spelled in Spanish, which is why it's a little harder to pronounce for everyone. So yes.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. And congratulations to Kate Guede being one of the 2021 Carpinteria Educators of the Year. This year, the program will be held March 12th at the Rincon Beach Club under the newly formed Santa Barbara South Coast Chamber of Commerce from Goleta to Santa Barbara. And hope you can make it. If not, we will be able to watch it on Carpinteria's TV channel. And for the City of Carpinteria, I'm Larry Nimmer. Thanks very much.